The woman accusing of Trey Songz of sexual assault is comparing Songz to R.Kelly. Now, the alleged victim says Trey Songz victimizes women of color, just like R.Kelly, because he knows no one will care or protect them. Al, do you agree with this comparison? Is it fair?
You know what? Well, we know that R. Kelly is his mentor, and R. Kelly is also someone that he's admired and said that it's his favorite artist. I think there are some similarities here. The similarity is that they both are, entertainers, black males that sing what they call, quote, panty dropping songs, right? And some can allege that they've taken advantage of their access and their status as a celebrity and taking advantage of women. But you know what, maybe so, Claudia, because a lot of the black women in this case still protects R. Kelly and still protects Trey Songz. So maybe there is some similarity, just minus the fact that Trey Songz, we have not to date heard of him messing with underage women.
Okay, but I'm not going to let it just be black women. It's black men too capping for this man. It ain't just something that's exclusive to my people, my gender. Because I see a lot of people that just do not want to believe that there's guilt there, even with all this. Right. Q, how do you feel about this?
This Trey Songz situation juxtaposed against this R. Kelly situation has really forced me to stretch my mind, right? Because upon first glance, for me, nothing has stuck with Trey Songz, right? Like, we don't have anything definitive yet. Like, he hasn't been charged with anything. He hasn't been arrested with anything. But then I had to stop and say, Q, that's the same attitude we took with R. Kelly, right? And we let it ride for so long. And then it was like, bam, he's this big predator. So I'm going to just say right now, Trey, I got my eyes on you. I think where there's smoke, there's fire. And, this is looking like it is following the R. Kelly playbook.
For both of them, it's the tragedy is it didn't have to be like this. We know that rape and all that is not a crime of, they can get people. It's not about that. It's something else. And both these brothers had such successful lives. They've made it. They're both amazing talents. And I hate to see it, but if they did it, they did it. They did not, we probably wouldn't be talking about them right now. So we'll see what happens. Like Al said, there's been no charges yet, but we will see.
But Claudia, let me ask you this, and this is where this is the crossroad for me. So the young lady says that he fingered her, sorry to be so graphic about it, at a nightclub that he took her to. They all are hanging out. He fingered her. She didn't like it. She raced off to his car and got in his car, right? And then they all got in his car and they took off down the road. Now, where does the responsibility lie for the person who got offended, the woman who got raped or disrespected or sexually violated? Why would you get back in the car with the man to continue the journey of the night if he just violated you sexually?
Because her broke ass ain't had no money for no Uber. And that's why, because her broke ass ain't had no money in her pocketbook, okay? Or her Fashion Nova dress was probably too tight that she couldn't put in her cash or her credit card in her brassiere like grandma used to do. And the reality of the situation is, y'all girls think that these dudes holler at y'all in the mall or wherever they find y'all and that they gonna marry y'all. Like, y'all had these hopes, I'm going out to dinner and I'm going to the club with Trey Songz and Chris Brown, and he gonna treat me with respect and he gonna marry me. That's what y'all be thinking. And that's why she got her ass back in the car, because she thought that after she got in the car, there was still some type of way she was gonna reconcile that marriage fantasy. And because she ran out that club, he probably cussed her ass out when they got in their car and put her ass out when they got home. And she got mad. Now, he's dead wrong for fingering her and violating her. But that's what be going through their mind.
Got it.
And I will also add to that a lot of different things can be going through your mind. Sometimes you're shocked. Sometimes you don't know how to even what just happened here? I know what happened with me. It was like a delayed reaction, not a fingering, but actual violation. It wasn't like I had the immediate reaction that I think I should have had. You know, everyone says, if it was me, I would have beat them up. I would have done this. You don't know what you do when you're in that situation. You freeze up. I know I froze up, and then I blame myself for a long time. Why did I do that? Why didn't I slap this person? Why didn't I fight back? I'm not saying that this is the case with her, but I know some of my friends and myself, my personal experience, I froze up, and if I could redo it, I would. And that was part of the shame of not coming forward, because my defense, my reaction wasn't big enough. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, you couldn't have been that mad if you didn't do anything. True, but I was also 18, you know?
I've never been raped, and I'm not a woman, all right? But I would like to think that I have a pretty fair grip on human behavior. And I would like to imagine that fingering, although it's a violation, is not as grave of a violation as somebody laying on top of you. I would like to think that you would have enough wherewithal to get your ass in an Uber.
Right.
All right. You make it very cloudy when you say somebody touched you in your privates, then you went and jumped in their car.
Right.
You're not going to tell me that you were in that much shock that you became a zombie and you went and got back in his car. I'm just not buying that one.
So what happened after that? Do we know?
So she then tried to film him while they were riding in the car. They got into an way. He said, "You're filming me." She said she's not. Then she admitted, and then he put her out the car. And so either way, she got put out the car. But see, the other part of this other layer is there was another girl that was hanging out with him, and she went over to the girl after she saw her demeanor had changed and said, "What happened?" And she said, "Oh, I just got fingered." And she said, "Oh, me too. He did the same thing to me."
And both of y'all got y'all.
And both of them jumped in the car.
Both of y'all got y'all dumbasses back in the car.
Both of them jumped. Oh, this ain't funny. But
I don't want no person in these comments talking about victim shaming and he a man and da 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 da. Miss me with all of that. Between the two of y'all couldn't scrounge up $13 for an Uber.
I want to hear more details about this story. I really do.
Girl, bad.
But I also see why women don't come forward, though.
And I also see why people don't take people serious.
Ooh.
Yeah, I see that too. There are people that lie about it. So I'm just right.
Like you were not gang raped in the bathroom. You were touched between your privates and you went and got your ass back in the car. Make it make sense. Both of y'all did. All right, I'm going to excuse one of them away. But between the two of y'all couldn't find a functioning brain.
Again, like I said, we will continue to keep up with this story because I'm sure it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. There's just too many allegations, too many stories. It seems like every week we got one of these. All right, moving on.